Hi Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your Mercury retrograde reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they are all located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. All right. Let's just let the bowls sing. As we see what the tarot has to say. How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we're starting here with nurturing. This is the not the root chakra, the earth star chakra, but I'm really seeing this as your rooted energy. What nurtures you? Like think of a plant going into the ground. The earth star chakra is located 6 inches below your feet, and it is a sense of what is powering you, what is, the nutrients that you are getting from the soil that you are planted in, which might sound a little bit funny, but it's kind of like we are planted in the soil of the energy that's around us, the foods that we eat, our mindsets. And this is a time where we can find ourselves being, especially you Pisces, can find ourselves being very nurturing towards others, but forget to be nurturing towards ourselves. So remembering to be that nurturing force, that nurturing energy that builds you strong, that is there for you and empowering you. And then we have divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. This is divine wisdom coming your way. This is a sense of seeing things more clearly, more openly, more honestly than you had before, and moving into a new path. It's kind of like a new light bulb inspiration shines on you, but it's more, instead of just a light bulb, it's like a spotlight coming into your life where you're like, oh my gosh, I can move forward this way, or I can have it this way. And it opens up a new way of being and a new desire. And then we have angels and masters, angels and the divine. And so here, your angels on this Mercury retrograde, which, Mercury retrograde is always so intense. And it is a time where all communications get muddled, and even our communications within ourselves can get muddled. We can feel like, okay, I'm heading down this path. I was perfectly happy with it before the Mercury retrograde. And now when this Mercury retrograde has hit, I feel disjointed, despondent, not knowing how to move forward type of thing. This is your angels and your spirit guides wrapping their wings around you. This is divinity guiding you forward in a profound and beautiful way. And this is, again, the soul star chakra located above your crown, connecting you with divinity, connecting you with greater ancient wisdom to move you forward. And this is just saying here, you are safe. You are safe as you embrace your wisdom, as you are planted within what your soul desires and what your heart desires. And as you move forward, there is a bounty of self coming. Now, the left-hand side here is your inner self. The middle is your emotional self, your heart self. And the right-hand side is your external self, the outside world. Okay, there we go. And we start off with the Five of Pentacles. Now, there's a pauper mentality, okay, that either has been spoken over you. You could have been hit down so many times where it just feels like, there is no getting up. There is just this. Why do I even try? So that is going to be something that whenever we're hit with the Five of Pentacles, okay, and we can be hit with the Five of Pentacles, it can seem like we live in a Five of Pentacles world, okay? Whenever we're hit with this, it shakes us. It really does shake us. And so if you've been living with this for quite some time, which some of you Pisces have, you are seeing your power. You are seeing your greatness rising up, determined to move you forward. And that's where the Eight of Wands comes in. Things are changing. You're going to see things changing in a way that you hadn't expected, hadn't anticipated, but it's like ready or not, here it comes. And it brings you to the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a sense of moving forward in your passion, in what you desire. And as you are a king, you are also a student. You are a student of your passion. You're a student of the way that you want to move forward. You're a student of the blessings and the assurity and the determination within your world, within yourself. And you're also mastering it, learning how and understanding how to really embrace this power. It leads you to your heart. And in your heart, we start off with the Knight of Pentacles, defending your prosperity. So internally, there can be this pauper feeling that's like, oh my gosh, how do I move forward? And at your heart, it's like, no, I deserve, and I am slowly and steadily moving forward to wealth. So there can be that bit of a war going on with a sense of, I want to stand in this light, in this beauty, and in this determination. But it just sometimes gets hard and it gets trying, and it most definitely does. But here you are moving forward, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then we have the Three of Swords, moving forward and really moving against heartbreak, pains, disappointments. The Three of Swords are what has broken our hearts over our lifetimes, or over our lifetimes, yes, in encapsulation of all lifetimes and all incarnations, but also this lifetime. And also the incarnations that we go through in this lifetime, which sounds maybe a little bit out there, but we're not the same person we were 3 years ago. We're not the same person we were when we were 3 or 13, So here it is the change, and it is the mourning sometimes of that change, but also the lessons brought forward. And then we have the Strength card right here, which is a Leo energy, a time frame of July 23rd to August 22nd. There's strength, there's determination, amplified by the fire sign energy, which shows Leo in the minor arcana. Now it is in the major arcana. And then you go from being a knight, a defender, to also being a student of the prosperity, a student of the soil that you are nurturing yourself in, the seeds that you are planting, the way that you are moving forward. It brings you to the Fool. It brings you in the public arena, right? It brings you to a new journey. It brings you to a way forward that you hadn't expected, but it's kind of like, I have to take this leap of faith. I have to move forward for me. And then you have the Hierophant. This is Taurus energy, a time frame of April 20th to May 20th. This is a sense of really listening to yourself as you go on this journey. It's reclaiming your inner power, your inner understanding, and knowing that with the Hierophant in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck represents the Pope, so it is the King of Kings. And so here you have that energy of being the King of Kings, of being able to have kind of dominion over all the kings within the tarot and move yourself forward in the way that you want to, but staying true to you is so important. And then we have the two, excuse me, the Two of Wands. And with the Two of Wands, this is a sense of prosperity opening up and the world opening up to you. It's kind of like, wow, I can move forward in a way that I hadn't anticipated, hadn't expected. And it leads you, to the King of Coins, the King of Pentacles, which is, again, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which you have very greatly coming into your life at this time. This is either within your chart. This is the Earth sign energy coming out very strongly, or this can be somebody within your life who is an Earth sign energy really impacting you during this time. But you have the double king. So this is definitely you taking control, looking at what you desire, seizing your opportunities. You have the repeat of the number 5, and 5 is a freedom number. It's walking your own path, but it's also a number of things getting resolved a heck of a lot more quickly than you had thought they would. It might not be as quickly as you want them to, but things will be moving forward. And then let's see the people who will be aiding you during this time. Who are the people who will be aiding Pisces during Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Who are the people who will be aiding Pisces during Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we have here the Princess of Pentacles. Again, strong earth sign energy during this time for you. Now, this is a person who is going to be making connections that you yourself would not have made. This is a person who looks at things differently. This person can be very cautious when it comes to money or when it comes to what they value as much as money. And they kind of test the waters first. I see them very much as the person who would stick their toe into the pool before jumping in to make sure that it's not too cold, or to brace themselves for what's ahead. And this is a person who helps you, by doing so, by kind of testing things out, by looking at things, by being very grounded in the decisions that they're making, lets you open up your eyes and your mind to something so much more than you had thought. Now remember, with the people who aid you and the people you are to be mindful of, this does not mean that you have to know them in real life. This could be in a myriad of different ways that this energy affects your life, your soul, and yourself. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I'm not surprised at all. This is, again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody who is very nurturing of prosperity, who can have tough love, because earth sign energies can definitely enforce tough love, like Mother Earth is calm and gentle and loving and peaceful, yes, but also ferocious and, tidal waves and hurricanes and tornadoes and everything like that also comes from Mother Nature. So that is also the force that the Queen of Pentacles can bring forward into things. And there's a sense of love, of peace, of understanding, of kindness, but also of intensity and ferocity. And this person helps you see it. This person also helps you move past what has been holding you back vibrationally, okay? Just with the drums there, the kind of their vibrational energy is going to be very in tune with the way that you're moving forward, especially with all this earth sign energy within your chart, very in tune with the way that you're moving forward, very in tune with what you desire. They're going to say some really great things that you kind of take in. And it might not be that they have only a kernel or two of wisdom for you, and the rest you're just going to leave. It's like, wow, that doesn't resonate, okay? But that bit of wisdom, that bit of understanding really does move you forward in a way that you hadn't anticipated, that you hadn't thought, and that opens up and plants new seeds of abundance within your life. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Excuse me. Now, you are a water sign energy. You're represented by the cups in the minor arcana, by the moon in the major arcana. This is somebody who definitely resonates with you because you resonate with their water sign energy. This is Pisces, this is Scorpio, this is Cancer. And this time frame of Mercury goes from Libra to Scorpio. So the Scorpio time frame can be very intense for you, especially since that energy at that time calls to your own energy, calls to your water sign energy. This is a person who is loving, who is caring, who looks for blessings and who blesses in a way that is outside of the norm, but also very spiritually grounding and abundant to you. All right, let me just take a sip of water. I do apologize for that. So we're starting off here with the 5 of coins. And the 5 of coins, the 5 of pentacles, is that pauper's mentality. And why right now I'm so drawn to it. Excuse me. And it's very interesting. It's because just like what is happening right now, it's kind of like it makes you almost lose your voice. It makes you sit there and in confidence and as you're moving forward. And then it's just the underline of doubt, of fear, of anger, of negativity, of hurt, of pain, of despair that pulls you back and says, no, you can't. It's going to be hard to keep on going forward. Why would you? You've failed before. Why do you think this time is going to be different? And that's what our mind does to us. We have seeds of doubt that are planted in us. Okay, we have negativity that is spoken over us when we are very small, right? And we tend to look at those scars. And those scars tend to grow with us, right? We tend to find people who exasperate. They're wound mates, right? We have soulmates in our lives, and those are people that our soul has known in past life and that resonates with us. And then we have wound mates. And these are people who see our wounds and who can perpetuate those wounds within us, right? And we feel very comfortable around them because it's like, oh, wow, this energy is just like my parents' energy, just like my best friend's energy, just like my siblings' energy, just like my first love's energy. And we sit there and we think, oh, that's comfortable. That's what I know. That's what I grew up with. And the fact of the matter is, it's highly detrimental. So here, when you're looking at what you want from your life, during this time of Mercury retrograde, when things are topsy-turvy, okay? And a lot of times in Mercury retrograde, when things get muddled, you can actually find people saying more of what they think and what they want and kind of, showing their hand just a little bit more, especially since you are so intuitively inclined. So this is going to be something very powerful for you to have that understanding of. This is moving away from that sense of lack, that sense of not. It's like, oh no, the game is changing for you. And you're going to see yourself planting new seeds, but also having to weed out. And I know the thing with seeds can get annoying to say, but just view us as a garden. Just view yourself as an individual as a garden. Is your garden overrun with weeds? Is your garden well maintained? Is your garden full of flowers? Is it full of vegetables and fruits? What is it that is important to you? And what is it that you are nurturing within yourself? And as you see this, you see what needs to be taken out. You see what needs to be changed in order for yourself to become the prosperous person that you are. Meaning that you look at your life and it's like, okay, where's the chaos coming in? Where's the doubt coming in? Where's the anger, the upset, the upheaval coming in? How do I move forward? And how do I move? Because it's coming for you. The 8 of Wands is coming. It's like ready or not, here it comes. The change is coming, whether you want it or not. And this is something that, yes, you can avoid, but it's always going to feel like you should have taken that path. It's always going to be something that just feels a little bit off during this time. It's like, oh my goodness, So here, letting yourself go with the flow, letting yourself embrace this change that divinity is bringing forward for you, because you have the repeat of the number 8. That makes sense. So the repeat of the number 8 is being very serious during this time. It's looking at things being very serious, very dedicated, very much on point. It's like A goes to B, goes to C, and it has to be like this. You're going to need to give yourself a bit of flexibility because you are a water sign. And water signs need that flexibility. The water ebbs and it flows and it's contained within the sea, yes, but it's so much more than we can even imagine. And so here with the 8 of Wands, we are seeing a change come in. And it's moving you towards your passion. It's moving you towards what you desire. And it's really having that passion become a part of you. all right, during this time where you have these doubts and these fears coming in. And you can have people who perpetuate these doubts, these fears, these angers, these upsets. And then you have the King of Wands, passion, creativity coming forward. And this is going to be a time where you might find it very hard to verbalize what it is that you want, or to really sit there and be able, be able to give it the planning that you want it to have, is what Spirit is saying here. You're going to want things to be very systematic. This is a time of a bit of chaos coming in. This is also a time of messages, all right, coming forward. And because messages are in chaotic mode during this time, it's very easy for us to let them slip by. This is a sense of you looking at your passion, looking at what you desire, looking at what you need, and moving forward in that passion, in that truth. There's a little bit of sneakiness here, I'm not going to lie, because he's riding a fox, which is quite enchanting. And sneakiness isn't necessarily bad. Everybody doesn't need to know your business. That's just it. And people will sit there and go, oh, you're sneaking, oh, you're this thing, oh, you're that. And it's like, I'm planning my future. I'm planning my life. This is a me thing. It's not a we thing, okay? It's cute that you think it is, but it's not. And so that's going to be very important for you. And it's going to actually kind of tick you off. It's like, this is my life. You're given yours. You live it. Okay? I'm giving mine. I will live it. And there's a determination that is leading you forward towards this passion, towards this fire, towards this truth. And then we have being a student of so much more. Being a student of the reason you get out of bed in the morning, of the fire that burns inside of you, of what you are passionate about, of what you desire, of what fuels you in this world. And it's taking time every single day to carve out, a spot for it. Carve out a spot for you to do something that is enjoyable, to do something that is beautiful, to do something that has you looking at things differently. Because the way that you're looking at things right now, if you look forward, a lot of you Pisces are going to be seeing something very bleak. It's the falling of dreams. And the thing is that your dreams haven't fallen away. Maybe the way that you had envisioned them, okay, maybe they need to be tweaked a bit. But you're going to be moving forward, and you have that passion coming forward. You have this kingliness to you, this determination, this fire, this kind of standing tall, head straight, head up high, looking at what it is that you want. And our body language is astoundingly important to us because it's a primordial thing, It's from when we were evolving and when we were hunters and gatherers, body language meant so much. So it's having the body language of a king and the mind of a student, which is really, really, really quite great because isn't there, I forget who said it, but once you stop learning, what's the point? So here, it's always learning. It's always taking on new ideas, new information. And during this Mercury retrograde, you can see things getting a bit jumbled, most definitely. But there's also this intense curiosity. And as this intensity of curiosity comes forward for you, you move forward slowly and steadily towards your prosperity, towards what it is that you want. But you also fight for it. But you might not be fighting for it in that kind of loud, braggadocious, look at me way. This is going to be much more subtle, much more sacred. And you are looking at the foundation for which you are building your truth, your passion, your power, your brilliance, your identity off of. And as you move forward in this truth, you are facing a lot of heartbreaks, pains, disappointments, hurts, despairs. And they come forward because they're linked with this sense of, a sense of lack, a sense of hurt, a sense of poverty, a lack. And it doesn't have to be financial poverty. It can be emotional poverty. And you're sitting there and it's like, no more. No more am I going to let these hurts, these pains, these disappointments define me. No more am I going to be held back and denied my rightful place in my world, in my hopes, in my dreams, in my personage, in myself. And yes, I have been disappointed. Yes, I have had my whole life upheaved, thrown apart. Things have gone in a path that in my wildest dreams I would never have imagined. But I'm not defeated. And I will not let heartbreak, pain, and disappointment keep me from my truth and from the place that I need to be, body, mind, and spirit. And it moves you to strength. By facing, with the Three of Swords, it's like we have to face our heartbreaks, our pains, our disappointments, our hurts, our upheavals. We have to. Because if we put them on that nice little shelf and we put them in a nice little dark box and we hide it away in the corner, it has, at the oddest moments, the ability to jump out of the box and absolutely knock us off our game. So here, this is saying, look at the hurts and the pains. Address them for what they were, heartbreaks. Devastating moments. Moments that may have shaped your life forever. And that have shaped your life forever. But there is strength to you. There's determination, there's will, there's fire, there's power to you. And you are moving forward in this strength. And this is finding that the greatest strength is not brute force strength. It's kindness, it's compassion. It's staying a civilized human being, a kind, compassionate human being in a world that's gone topsy-turvy. It's moving forward in your heart. It's moving forward in your truth. It's moving forward in your love. And as you find that that is your greatest strength, you become a student of prosperity. You become a student of your bounty. You become a student of where prosperity lies and how you can move forward. And as you become a student of this path, you start to see that you move forward in a very different way in the outside world, right? In the world where you interact with everybody else. It is like, okay, now I move forward to a place that I hadn't realized. I move forward on a path that people might sit there and laugh at you and go, oh my gosh, how foolish is this? Like, are you really going to do this? Can you really, this seems ridiculous. But it's moving forward in a path that is true to you. Because as I always say with the fool is every hero's journey. Every hero is a fool before they win, before they conquer, before they succeed. And everybody who takes a risk, everybody who doesn't form into the conventional line of being is a fool. But then the joke's on everybody else once you start to succeed. Now, is it easy? Is it guaranteed? Do you have to change things up a bit? Kind of think outside of the box? Most definitely. And nothing is certain. But nothing is certain anyway. And if we haven't learned that from this world, then I don't know what we have learned. This is walking a path that others may not understand. And this could be just simply your path in life, okay, which it is, but I'm saying it could be the resonance of your soul. Most people don't get, what excites you, what brings you this joy, this passion, this brilliance. You're Pisces, right? You have such depth of feeling, such, desire of soul. You illuminate the world so differently, so gently, so profoundly, so beautifully. That is not a path that everybody walks. And that's not a path that everybody can understand. But you're embracing it. And then you have the Taurus energy coming through very strongly, okay, here within this reading with all your earth sign energies. But this is a sense of determined movement forward. This is a sense of passionate understanding. This is a sense of stubbornness, okay, that bullheaded Taurian aspect of things, but also of luck, of guidance, of wisdom. Because the horns, right? And I believe it started on the Isle of Crete, where the horns were worshipped. The bull was worshipped, and you can see it throughout mythologies, throughout religions. The sacrifice still of bulls today, bulls today is something very big. So here, there is that sense of that truth guiding you forward, something very ancient, something very connected to your soul and yourself and the way that you need to move forward, and something very spiritual. It becomes an absolute part of your being to walk this path. And you are embracing this kingly energy of passion and of prosperity, which is very rooted in this earthly plane. And you move forward in that desire, in that understanding, in that wisdom, right? And people are going to sit here during this time and be like, oh, Pisces, this is different, or, oh, I didn't know, or they might become very cruel about it and say, well, what the heck are you doing? That is just absolute nonsense. But you're going to see that it's opening up the world for you. It really is. The Two of Wands in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck is a man standing with, 2 wands on either side of him and the world in his hands. The world is small. The world is something that he can hold. It is not a terrifying, overwhelming thing anymore. And so with the Two of Wands, here, it's like, I can move forward in this understanding, in this truth, in this brilliance, in this me. And I do not have to be held back or denied or silenced. And it's seeing the world. And it's seeing your world for what you desire, what you need, and what you want. And it leads you to being a king of prosperity, a king of bounty, a king of abundance. All right? And as you embrace that abundance, you embrace that truth within you. You embrace the Midas touch, the goldenness, the beauty, the prosperity, the abundance, the brilliance. And it's like, this is me. There's also a way that you're seeing things connected that you hadn't seen before. And during this time here, this isn't a time for everybody else. It just isn't. Okay? Because things get muddled and heartbreaks come up and there's doubts and there's fears. And when you start kind of letting all this out, and if you start talking to everybody about it, you can find yourself very easily swayed off your path. This is something sacred. Okay? This is something that becomes a part of your soul and yourself, that you build, that you look at, that you gain an understanding of, that you move together in. And it moves you forward so much more powerfully, so much more profoundly. You are a student here, but you are also the king. Okay? So you are seen, most definitely. Okay? Your hard work pays off, most definitely. But you are also learning so much more than you ever had thought you would be. And you're taking it in. Now, let's go deeper. How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde? October 14th to November 3rd, 2020. How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde? October 14th to November 3rd, 2020. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. And let's look at the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Who are the people that Pisces is to be mindful of during Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Who are the people Pisces is to be mindful of during Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we start here with the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who can be very cutting, very right to the point. All right. This is a person who you're going to feel is very aloof, very much doing their own thing. They are really in their element. All right. This is with the air blowing them back, and they can be very vicious. Okay. Air sign energies, especially if they get annoyed, all right, can cut right to the heart of the matter of things. Well, so can any sign, quite frankly. But there is a sense here of this person being so involved with the way that they're moving forward and what they're doing with their life, that they're not going to be able, and they're not going to give the guidance that you want during this time. They're just not. They're going to be really moving forward their way. They can be very cutting, okay, very blunt, very to the point. And that is something that during this time of sensitivity, because there is a heightened sensitivity here, it can knock you off your game. Do not let this person, state things that they're going to sit there and be like, well, why? I was just stating a fact, or this is how I saw it, and knock you away from how you're moving forward, where you need to be. And it moves you to the Chariot. Now, this is Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. This is going to be a person who's very into their emotional drama, all right? And remember, with all these people, they don't have to necessarily just be this sign. This can be a person with the Chariot energy. This doesn't have to be just a Cancer. This can be a person who emotionally is always having a trauma, always having a drama, and just kind of runs over everything with such ferocity and intensity and hurt to them that you can't be involved in this, because they will pull you down, most definitely. And then we have the Prince of Cups. Now, this is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is going to be a person that you feel very drawn to because they're water sign energies just like you. But emotionally, they come with a heck of a lot of baggage, which you're going to want to help them with. You're going to want to ease their load, most definitely. But you can't right now. You can't take away their hurts, their pains, their disappointments, because you are still contending with and looking at your own. They have to go on their way. The thing with this Cancer energy and this Prince of Cups energy is that they're going to want you to solve their problems for them. The Queen of Swords, more aloof, doesn't want you to solve the problems for them. They've got this. But this is going to be more of a, yeah, and this could be the same person because, of course, Cancer is water sign energy, who's just going to be like, well, here's my problem. And they come to it like a bat out of hell. Like they can really just charge over everything, be very kind of warrioristic with the way that they're going at this, like, I will fight this, but it's not something tangible that can be fought. And even if it can be fought, they're not going to be able to move forward the way that they think, through anger, through upset, through letting this encompass their whole existence. So over the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands is the Queen of Pentacles, prosperity, wealth. And that's where you're moving to. You're moving to this place of prosperity, of wealth, of abundance. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. As we go deeper, you have the King of Wands here. And over the King of Wands is the Nine of Pentacles, a path towards this prosperity, towards this truth. And then you have the Knave of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, also with the Queen of Swords, we start off in Mercury retrograde in the Libra energy. This could be a more negative time for you. Not saying that it will be, not taking you by eyes, but it can be. And here with the Scorpio time, it can have its warrior moments, and it can also have its very healing, powerful moments for you. Being a student during this time of learning, of understanding, of cutting through doubts and fears and seeing where it is that you are is going to be very important. It's going to move you to the next level. And then we have the Three of Pentacles over the over the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So you're going to see that your hard work, your prosperity really is moving you forward in a way that you hadn't expected. Through your strength of character, through your strength of understanding, the world opens up to you. And it leads you to the Three of Chalices, the Three of Cups. As you become a student of your prosperity, it leads you to seeing the hurts, the pains, the disappointments, the angers, the upsets, the people that should have been on your side that weren't. But it also leads you to see the people who are always in your corner and who will have your back. And then we have the Lovers. So we have a strong, positive Gemini presence that helps you walk your path, okay? And that helps you embrace your truth. And this can be just simply, this Gemini presence is embracing the duality of your heart, your soul, and yourself, and embracing the prosperity of where you want to be, of the love that you have to move you towards what is more. As the world opens up to you, judgment, your angels resurrect you, and you find that you're looking at things so much more differently, so much more profoundly and powerfully. And then with the King of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, and it becomes a sacred truth for you. During this time, there's a sacred truth that opens up. There's this power, this understanding that lets you see things for you in a way that has you pulling back, has you looking at your world, your soul, and saying, this is who I am, and this is who I need to be. And then here, with the Queen of Pentacles, there's prosperity here. And that's going to be the thing that you find yourself worrying against, the doubt and the fear that the prosperity will ever come, and the knowing that there's a change moving you towards something greater. Don't let that change slip through your fingertips. Don't let the doubts and the fears be so great that it robs you of your prosperity. It robs you of your blessings. There's a path forward. It's still being nurtured. It's still being nurtured with the Nine of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a person standing in a garden, with all the ripe grapes on the vine and the pentacles on the vine. The harvest hasn't come yet. It hasn't been harvested, but you know that there is bounty there. So you're still nurturing it. You're still growing towards it because you're being led now to the path of your prosperity. And it still takes hard work and dedication. It actually can take a lot of hard work because if you've ever harvested crops or tried to harvest anything, it can be backbreaking, absolutely backbreaking. but the reward is well worth it. The Page of Swords over the Page of Wands. You are a student during this time of passion, of prosperity, and of your mind, of asking the questions, of cutting through doubts and fears, of seeing where it is that you stand and what it is that you stand for and what it is that you want. And it opens you to a pathway of bounty and of truth and of abundance, and moving forward in this power, and leaving behind and not letting it define you, the hurts, the pains, and the angers that you have been through. The repeat of the number 3 means divinity walks with you. The world opens up where you once felt barred, where you once thought, oh my gosh, I could never move forward that way. I could never be that prosperous, that bountiful, that anything. You're going to find that the world starts to open to you. Doors that were locked, unlock. Okay? Things that you thought through disabilities, through negativity, through failure of the past could never be part of your life now. You start to see that it can. And it moves you to looking at the people who have spoken negativity over you, the people that you thought were in your corner that weren't. And it leads you to an understanding that sometimes people are here to teach us who never to be, and here to show us what we never want again in our lives, and to not let their words of negativity, anger, spitefulness, hate define who we are. It leads you then to love, to the lovers, to opening up to a duality of your life, to a duality within yourself, within your mind, a way to move forward, what you're looking at more openly and more honestly for yourself. It's letting your heart guide, and it's also letting your mind guide. So it's having these two come together, the heart and the mind, the logic and the emotional instinct, and really finding power and presence within that merging. And then there's a resurrection of soul, of self, of passion, of power, of beauty, of brilliance, of truth. And you are going to find that as your angels protect you, which we see right here in the chakras, you rise to a power that you didn't know you had. You rise out of a darkness you might not have known you were stuck into. And as you rise and as you see this light and this brilliance and this beauty and this hope and this passion and this brilliance, you rise to your truth. You rise to what you desire and what is desired from you. And it's a resurrection of soul and of spirit. It's a rebirth of self. And it brings you to a sacred wisdom that is much more behind the scenes. And we have it over the King of Pentacles, which is kind of funny because kings are much more kind of out there. They like to be seen a lot more than the queens do. At least that's how I view them. And so here, excuse me, as you open up to a sacred truth, as you open up to this wisdom, this insight, this understanding, you are going to find that prosperity comes, and it becomes something very personal. It becomes something very quiet, very peaceful, and very much something that you nurture internally to guide you forward. Let's see what your spirit animal message is for this time. How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? How will Pisces be affected by Mercury retrograde, October 14th to November 3rd, 2020? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. So we start here with the bee spirit. Sweet results await. Sweet results within your life, within your joy, within your brilliance awaits. It's like having honey on your lips and licking your lips and getting that sweetness. Let the sweetness in. And then we have the butterfly spirit. Transformation is beautiful. The transformation, the resurrection of yourself into your power, into your glory, guided by your angels, is absolutely beautiful. And then we have the turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. Give to yourself, to the world, with gratitude and grace for existence, for healing, for power, for understanding, and for moving forward. Your subconscious message during this time is the stag spirit. Take the leap. Take the leap of faith on yourself. Move yourself forward. It brings you to your subconscious People message, which is the Hermit, Virgo energy, okay? Time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. A turning inward, beautiful pairing with the High Priestess, both astoundingly private. As you turn inward, as you look at what is sacred and truthful and honest and open for you, the quietness of the world, and the light to guide you forward. It then leads you to your subconscious chakra message, which is life purpose, the third chakra, right? And during Mercury retrograde, the third chakra gets really impacted. And this is a sense here of speaking your truth to your life purpose, to your power, to your grace, to your understanding, a rising to where it is that you need to be, body, mind, and spirit for yourself. It's looking at what you want from your life, what is sacred to you. And instead of letting other people say, oh, that's ridiculous, your life purpose is your life purpose. It can simply be to be a fantastic partner, a fantastic parent. It can simply be, and those aren't simple things. Those are not simple things at all. We tend to poo-poo, personal lives and what we build for the heart and the soul and the self and say, oh, that's not important. Go out and make, a boatload of money. That's so much better. But the people who go out and make a boatload of money usually are not the happiest people in the world. And so here there is a sacredness to your purpose. And do not kind of downplay that. There can also be a way, like it doesn't have to be for children or partners. You could be single and childless and still have the purpose shine through you of your life and your soul and yourself, bringing joy to this world, bringing beauty to this world, bringing, your unique power and observation and grace to this world that sets you apart and that makes something so beautiful come forward. It doesn't have to be big. We all think our life purpose is supposed to be something huge and overwhelming and like you can't take your eyes away from it. I'm just seeing like a T-Rex coming down. So it doesn't have to be like that, but it can be something so beautiful, so calm, so like a bumblebee and a butterfly and a turkey, so calm, like a bumblebee that we find is so absolutely important to our ecosystem, but yet it is so easily overlooked. Your subconscious people message. The people message, we did that. Your subconscious tarot message, Seven of Swords. This is moving forward. This can be that little bit of sneakiness that we saw before, where you're gathering up your mind, your ideas, your passion, your power, your understanding, and you move towards something more. So much more for you than you had realized before. So much more powerful and greater and brilliant and beautiful. And it takes a gathering up and leaving some things behind because you just can't. You can't take it with you. And you move forward to a place that feels more like home. Subconscious tarot message to go deeper is the Knight of Swords. This air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, all right, is the energy that's either coming out very strongly within your chart to sit there and push you forward. So be mindful of where your air sign energy lies within you, if you have any. But this is also you being a warrior of your mind. You're cutting through doubts and fears. You're seeing things so much more openly, so much more honestly. You have the swords subconsciously guiding you. You have words and thoughts and meanings and deeper understandings guiding you to where it is that you need to be, to where it is that you want to be. And with the Knight of Swords, you can do things rashly. Okay, you can do things a little bit more without thinking things through as much as you should. All right, but the thing that is going to happen here, Pisces, is that you're going to have two ways. It's like you can think things through not as much as you should, and then you're going to go on the other extreme and just think things through to death and never move forward. So you want that sweet spot in the middle. You want to think things through, kind of look at it rationally, logically, and then say, yeah, I got to move forward. I got to move forward just like this. And you move forward with passion, with power, with determination, and with understanding. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace our prosperity, our bounty, our wealth, as we rise in the power of our angels, in the protection of our angels, to a greatness that we were born to, and a greatness that was born within us. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces.